What's up, guys? It's your boy PattyTrills, aka Young Johnny Bravo, aka bringing you the Pokemon positivity tag style video. I'm just gonna say this from the get-go. I'm not gonna tag anyone at the end of this video, and I know that kind of defeats the purpose of a tag video, but my counter argument is that you should just make this video. Why not? Just because you don't fuck it. Why not? Just make the video because you want to, because it's all about talking about why'd you start the community, or why'd you whatever. It's positive shit. So just like, if you want to make the video, I guess I tag literally everyone. I'm just not gonna waste my time and like literally tag everyone. So if anyone sees this and you feel inclined, hey, I tagged you. That's what I'm getting at. So for this Pokemon positivity video, there's just a couple questions I'm gonna answer. You guys are probably gonna figure out a little bit more about myself, especially if you're new. If you guys have been here for a long time, maybe this is some knowledge that you've already come to know. So I'm just gonna kind of read down the questions. I'm gonna answer them one by one. You guys already know the deal. Let's just jump into it. Smash the like button, support. It's greatly appreciated. Subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Twitch, Twitter, merchandise down below. All that fun pizzazz. Anyways, so question number one is, why did you join the Pokemon community? And this will kind of go into some like bigger stuff. So why I joined the Pokemon community was because I've always played Pokemon ever since I was a kid. My grandfather got me into Pokemon when I was 4 years old. He bought me Pokemon Silver on the Game Boy Color, but I had it for my Game Boy Advance because next gen boys, what's up? No. And I've always I fell in love with the game at a very young age. You literally would play it non-stop, like more like sun up to sundown. Like I used to play it so much, my mom would get mad at me, and she'd be like, "You can only play like an hour a day," and she would regulate how much time I got to play Pokemon. That's how crazy it got. I would watch the show. I'd get the trading cards. I would all that shit. And so like that was me as a kid. Obviously, like my love for Pokemon kind of grandfathered into like as I got older, the new games came out, and like you just kind of grew up with a franchise that you loved. It's easily one of my favorite franchises of all time. And on the darker note of why I like Pokemon so much, so a lot of people know this, I started making content out of to cope with my depression, because I was depressed in like 2015. I'm not anymore, but during 2015 I was, and that sounds like a long time now. Like 4 years ago, I was depressed out of my mind because I was cheated on. I was in a relationship that was a really long time, and I was cheated on, and my coping mechanism, even when I was growing up, when I went through the shit that I did when I was a kid, with like, abusive drug addict mom, dad not being there, moving around, homelessness, all that shit, Pokemon was like always my coping mechanism in some way. Not necessarily the game, because I didn't always have the games on me, especially when I was homeless or whatever, or like if I was hopping around houses, I was lost. Like we never got to keep any of my shit growing up. Like I have very minimal things of when I was a kid. Like I bought this off my friend, so this isn't my original Game Boy Color, but what the fuck was that? But this is my original Game Boy Advance that I kept with me ever since I was like 4. It still works. I got fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! And the Sacred Cards in it, gang shit. But no, Pokemon was always like a coping mechanism to me, in some way. Like I remember like growing up, I remember like we were moving from like studio apartment to studio apartment or whatever, because I grew up in a pretty shitty part of town. And I remember like just like I had no games on me at the time, but I had like 4 Pokemon cards on me, and I remember I like valued them so much because it was like the only thing Pokemon that I had at the time. And like it was like an Electabuzz card. It was like, I don't remember the other ones, but I just remember Electabuzz specifically. And I just remember like holding them very dear to me because it was like the only thing Pokemon I had left after moving so many times besides this. But like I didn't have the Pokemon games on me at the time. I only had the Game Boy. You just kind of hold value to like sentimental things as you're growing up or whatever. And so that was always like my coping mechanism when I was going through some shit. And so like evidently enough, when I went through some more shit when I was older, my like subconscious kind of just reverted back to Pokemon, and then while playing a lot of Pokemon, I then watched videos on it, and then from finding videos, I then like was inspired to like, hey, making content helped me through some rough shit. Maybe me making content will help some people through some rough shit, as it also helps me because it's my coping mechanism and so on, you know. So I know I kind of got really dark and emotional for a second, but I've had a crazy life. I thought about making like a my life story. Maybe like someday, maybe if I hit a milestone, just because like I've told this story before, and I always try to like tell it as like a positive, like why it's okay I went through everything. Yeah, so we're gonna move on to question 2. What have you come to enjoy about the community and the Pokemon franchise? So the community is awesome. The community is amazing. So many great people in the community. A lot of my great friends are in the community. Like, I have maybe 3 IRL friends that I hang out with, maybe 3. But I got dozens of people that I fuck with in the Pokemon community, like a lot, that are super awesome, and you know I hang out with, or I like to make videos with, or just chill. They're super sick, they're super nice. It's just cool to see such a game kind of bring everything together. And I know people get shit on the Pokemon community for like obviously what's happened recently, and just the fact that it's Pokemon or whatever, but like there's no other game, there's no other community that has it like this hardcore over this many games, you know, that are very genuine people. I would stand that. I stand the Pokemon community. I just, you know, I enjoy everything about it. I enjoy competitive battling. I enjoy Let's Plays. I enjoy, you know, I don't really care for top 10s. But, you know, like theory videos I think are fine. I just enjoy everything. The card game's sick. The video games the anime is great. I haven't watched anime in a while, but I mean, like when I was a kid, anime was like my favorite thing at the time. It's just there's so much to love. There'd be a shorter list of name things that I don't like, you know. What is your favorite video that you got to create? Favorite video, even though it's not even on my channel, it would probably be the Bob Ross video I did for Dan. And not because like technically it's my most viewed video that I've ever made, because I think it has like 60K views or something like that, which is great. Amazing that it did that well for Dan. Even, you know, Dan did the GBA and paid me exposure. No, I'm just kidding. No, I love Dan. Not because it's my most viewed video that I made. It was the fact that I made a video for someone else, and it was kind of like a job interview when I made that video for him, because I remember like Dan tweeted out like, hey, I'm having a kid, and I'm gonna be gone for a little bit, so if anyone wants to make me videos or have any good ideas, let me know. And I remember thinking for like a solid day, just like, what the fuck can I make that's different enough, but like but something that his fans would like genuinely like, right? And I remember me and Chase, shout out to Crimson Seabed, the boy, I remember I was kind of bouncing ideas off of him and stuff. Like I was kind of throwing him some ideas. I was like, hey, what do you think about this or this or this? And he was like, nah, or that one's all right, or maybe like out of these so far, that one's the best one. Like we were kind of, and then like it just randomly like dinged on me. I was like, dude, what if I dressed up as Bob Ross and I fixed shinies? And he goes, that's it, Chief. Like that's the one. And I was like, bet. I remember I DM'd Dan, and I was like, yo, here's my idea. What do you think about it? And Dan's like, that sounds sick. All right, like do it. And then I was like, all right, cool. So then I got like my fucking Bob Ross hair and my beard and a button-up shirt, and I made the video and I edited it. And I was that video was like an hour long, and I cut it down to like, no, it was like it wasn't. It was like 40 something minutes long, and I cut it down to 20 minutes for pacing because I didn't want it to be too long for like viewers and stuff. And I feel like if there's more like choppy edits, it keeps people going, because they, you know, it's not just the same thing over and over. And so I remember I made it, and then this is like when I first started dating Paige at the same time. Like this was like early in our relationship. I remember telling her about it, and she was like, oh, I'm super excited, super proud of you, whatever. And then like I made the video, I sent it to Dan, and I was kind of like, drum roll, like, and what do you got for me, you know? And he loved it. He thought it was sick, and I made the thumbnail, and it was super dope. And I don't know if you guys know this or not, but that video alone is the reason why I got into 152, because Dan thought it was a really good video and he liked the idea that I took advantage of an opportunity that was given. So I'm really proud of that video because I worked really hard on it. It was a great idea, even though PokeTubers aren't original, and it led to more great things because Dan's great. I love Dan. He's a great dude. You know, hopefully I can do another marathon with him, even though it was just Orange Justice Simulator the entire time. You know, but yeah, that's the video I'm probably very most proud of recently. I don't know if that's the most. No, yeah, I'm very proud of that video. Question number 4. Name some creators in the Pokemon community that are great people and entertainers. Okay, so there's like literally way too many people. So I'm just gonna go off the top of my head. So we got, you know, Hoodlum Callum, because me and Callum had the verse, which I know the verse was supposed to be up today, by the way, but I'll have that go up tomorrow. Because I just got back in town. So I just thought I'd make a quick video for Tuesday. Hoodlum Callum, Game Boy Luke, Duncan Can Die, The Heated Mode, Numb Nexus, Almighty Sacred or Sacred Almighty. I forgot which one he has because his Twitter got banned, and then he had that one, and I don't know. But Sacred, we're talking about Sacred, obviously. Supra, Vinny, Asteroid, Dylan, Ryan, like there's so many people. Tricky, like there's just way too many people. Shady, like there's just so many people that I can name off. You know, Fantathox. You know, there's just so many good people in this community, and pretty much anyone who's doing well in the community, they're great people and great entertainers. They're very down to earth, very sick. I don't think there's anyone that I've met personally in the Pokemon community where I was like, you're a fucking asshole. You know, they tend to be just like I said, personally, like I met in person, not over the internet. No, everyone's just super nice. Like literally anyone in the community, they're amazing people, you know. So I don't know. I know if I didn't say your name, I'm not forgetting you. I'm literally just naming people that I try to watch in a regular loop. But yeah, everyone's great. Number 5 is tag those other creators make the video. I'm not gonna tag them. Like I said, I feel like a lot of those people are already tagged as it is. But yeah, like I said, if anyone's watching this and they feel like they want to make the video, totally fine. Go ahead and make it. I technically tag you by affiliation and stuff. But yeah, that was the Pokemon positivity video tag thing. If you guys enjoyed Show You Sport, smash the like button. Support is really appreciated. Subscribe if you're new, if this is your first video that you found me with. Definitely check out links in the description down below. Twitter, Twitch, merchandise, and probably other playlists down there. If you're into that. And with that being said, I'll see you in the next video on the channel. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here, guys. I'm PattyTrills. I'm out. Yoga.